Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, absolute stud for the Buffalo Bills. Friend of the show, and a man that is currently running a full foundation day for like the homeless in his hometown of Astoria, Oregon, where they're putting food into homeless people's mouths and bellies. Their haircut, laundry, just kind of a holiday day this man has put together alongside another foundation he teamed up with out there. I think it's FBO Lifeboat or something. I forget the exact name. That's on me completely. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Poyer.
Yeah! Hey, what's up, my guys? How you guys doing?
Dude,
hey, first of all, Pat, congratulations, all you guys on your new deal, man. That was I haven't talked to you since, but saw the news and I was extremely happy for you guys. So congratulations, that's big time.
Well, we appreciate your kind words. I think I speak for everybody. Yeah. And also, thank you for your time on the show to get our show to a point where we're able to do that. So thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, I appreciate you guys always having me on, man.
Thank you. Awesome. Well, okay, so let's dive right into it. You do give us an incredible conversation every time you're on. I mean, literally every time you're on, it's an incredible conversation. We appreciate it. That whole interaction with you and Micah, okay, with that guy asking that question. And we listened to the whole question this morning. I don't think I heard the full question the first time I saw the video. I just saw your reaction. Then I heard the whole question, and he lays out like, this is the first time in the history of the NFL where this has taken place. Are you guys embarrassed by this? And it was almost, when I heard the question, I'm like, oh, this dude's like doing what I would do or like a pundit would do in like an actual press conference journalist standpoint there. Did you want to smack that dude in the mouth? I thought the way you handled it was right. But also, we're in December football right now. And you guys are trying to go on a run. Do you just think there's a time and place and you just felt like that wasn't the right time, obviously?
Yeah, obviously guys were a little frustrated after that game. We kind of come in there, Mike and I come in there pretty quick after games, sometimes a little too quick, not being able to come down, especially after losses. So, we always feel like we take the questions pretty well. And in that moment, in that instance, we just didn't feel like that was, obviously, we're pissed off, we're frustrated, we lost the damn game. I mean, we gave up 14 points to a good team. Obviously they ran the ball all over us, but, we felt like we still did all right. But, in that instance right there, I probably could have handled it a little differently, but I was pissed off in a lot of different ways. It was, reporters are going to be reporters. They're going to ask their questions.
Yeah, but that's not a reporter question. That's like a Tony Diggs question. Yeah. That's like
it was kind of like, he's kind of trying to poke it and prod and trying to get, obviously, a reaction out of us. And, kind of turned into a little bigger than we thought it was at the time. But, it is what it is.
It's awesome. By the way, we enjoyed it. You had a lot of fans in Indianapolis watching. And I assume that reporter has told stories about him making you act that way. And I'm sure he gets a big pop around the dinner table every once in a while. Good for him. Yeah, good for him. Let's talk about your team. You guys get a big win over the Panthers. They didn't have a kicker, obviously. That entire situation is awesome. But we're in the December football, and all any conversation is about the playoffs now. Everybody assumes the Bills are going to be in the playoffs. Everybody assumes the team that you guys have been able to build over the last few years and the culture is going to make it into the playoffs. What's the conversation around there about what you guys have to do to go in the long run this year? Are you even thinking about that yet, or is it still week to week here?
At this point in the season, this is the playoffs. I mean, you played in the game a long time.
Yeah.
December football, that's where everything really matters. Every game right now is a playoff game. Going into this weekend, obviously, we'd like to win out, but in order for us to do that, we got to take care of business this weekend. And what a great opportunity for us to keep that momentum going. Going and playing a good team in New England on the road for possibly the AFC Championship. So we just, like I said, our team, we like to take one week at a time, one game at a time. I know that's cliche, and I know you probably hate to hear that.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
But that's really what it is, man, especially at this point of the year. It's December football. Every game is a playoff game from here on out.
That last game against New England, I think Bill even said after the game to the reporters, he said, actually, we were joking that we can just use our entire pass game that we were going to use for this the next time we play each other because of how the weather was. Is there anything you can take from that last game, you think? Or is it you guys have no idea what to expect except for the film against other teams?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's probably some runs they'll come back to from that game. But at the same time, we didn't see, how they were going to attack us in the pass game. And so, there's going to be a little bit different. I think the weather's supposed to be nice out there, so it's going to be a different ball game, different style of ball game. It's going to be a fun atmosphere to play in. We're excited for the opportunity. We have bad taste in our mouth from the last time we played them. And this is it's a huge game with huge implications. So we're excited to play.
Hey, you work out, dude?
I just got done.
There seemed to be when it went.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, when it went to the full shot, it looked as if your shoulders were having a. I mean, it was an incredible cap day. It was an incredible cap day. But you and Micah fly around and hit people. You know, I mean, like legit. Like there are some big time shots being delivered. Whenever the conversation in the national media is, can they stop the run? That has to piss you off, I assume, because that is like,
does.
yeah, has to, right?
It does, especially maybe Mike can talk about this. I don't think I've ever seen a number one. I think we're the number one or number two defense right now. Get as much backlash and as much, is talked down on as much as we have been this year. I think nobody likes to talk about the Buffalo Bills defense. Am I right? I think nobody, when you turn on the TV, is just talking about the Buffalo Bills defense. But when you look at it, we have been the number one, number two defense all season long. I think we're third in takeaways with 17 behind New England and behind Dallas. Obviously Trayvon Diggs got 10. So we're playing consistent football. Obviously there's some things that we want to continue to get better at. But yeah, it definitely pisses me off when the media talks about that. But it's a good pissed off. It's a pissed off of FBR. We're gonna show you what we're about. So that's just kind of our mindset.
I respect it so much because you were giving us like an incredibly cliche answer. That's real, by the way. Cliche answers are real, because they're actually true. Like every practice matters, every meeting matters. We're taking this day to day, but you actually saying, yeah, the respect that is not put on our name needs to be stopped. Like, hey, this is what we are doing. We are accomplishing things. And is that because you're like a leader of that group and you feel as if all the boys deserve a little bit more respect on the hard work and the accomplishments you guys have put in?
100%. And it's nothing really, I don't know. I don't want to say it's nothing new. Guys have been doing this is Mike and I's 5th year now. Still not getting the respect that we deserve. We've been doing this for a long time. Our defense has been consistently doing this for a long time, taking the football away. And we just haven't gotten the respect that we deserve. And that's fair. Obviously we got to continue to earn that. And, what a big opportunity for us to continue to earn that this weekend, right?
I love hearing what you're saying right now because that is how I motivated myself as well. And I think we're learning a lot about a lot of documentaries now from a lot of greats. Like, hey, that is a chip on the shoulder is a real thing. The fact that you and Micah are at such a high level still maybe it's good that people don't give you guys enough credit. Like maybe it's good.
We're going to continue to piss us off. We'll continue to do what we do. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about, Mac Jones, obviously, rookie quarterback? I don't know, and I talk about dumb stuff every day into this microphone and for 3.5 hours or so. I've never really acted like Mac Jones was a rookie quarterback. I don't know why. It seems like he's a 90-year-old man, and it's not just because the photo of him and the cigar smoking of him and everything like that. It just feels like he's almost like a robot at this point. It's like this is Tom Brady reincarnate. What are your thoughts on watching him on film and knowing that he's going to be in the division here probably for at least the next few years, He's
an extremely smart football player. He's able to manage that offense at an extremely high level. He does what he's told to do. I remember we were watching the film when we were about to play him last time, and he lined up under center, and they got into a wildcat formation, and he got behind the center, and you could tell it was like, hey, you're gonna go out there 2 yards outside the numbers. He's sprinting out there, lined up, and he actually ran a fade route, and it was like, as a quarterback doing that. So he does a lot of really good things. He sees the defense. He manages that offense, and he can make some really good throws. And so he's got some good players around him to help him. Got a good offensive line, some really good running backs. So we're gonna have to play extremely well to beat him on Sunday.
Did you see his second pro day? He can catch a touchdown, dude. Do not. Hey, if
don't sleep on him.
Yeah,
don't sleep on him.
He's been watching.
I'll put a net over the top.
Go ahead, Tone.
Jordan, when Trey White goes down, obviously that's a huge loss for you guys. Do you have to play differently as a safety now that one of the best corners in the league is not going to be playing for you guys for the rest of the season?
Yeah, what a tough loss for us, man. Tre'Davious White, he's a hell of a football player, great teammate, great friend, man. And it's hard to replace a guy like Tre'Davious. But Dane Jackson has came in. It's his second-year corner. He's came in and he's done everything that we've asked him to do. He's a guy that I trust back there, giving him a call and knowing that he understands what he's supposed to do and how to execute it. And as a safety, I think that's all you can ask for, is somebody, a corner who you can trust out there on the football field, and able to get a call and execute the call. So, I don't necessarily think you got to change the way that we play. Dane's an extremely good player. We do things on the back end that take away a lot of, whether that's the deep balls or take away stuff on the outside. And so, Dane, he's came in, he's made plays on the football. He's made some extremely big tackles, and, he's a guy that we trust going into the football game.
Hey, next man up is such a real thing, and I think we're talking about it here with Dane or whatever, but with these new spot testing, Omicron variant that's asymptomatic, and we just learned yesterday that IQVIA, which is a company in North Carolina. They're the ones, the computers that are designating the random selection for the spot COVID testing. And even if you're asymptomatic and you have the new Omicron variant, you go into the protocol immediately until you test negative. Now, we didn't think that was going to be the case. We had no idea what to expect coming out of those league meetings. I assume the NFL and the NFLPA had to come to an agreement here. But are you guys just scared to fucking death that you're going to accidentally end up on that test to be asymptomatic and miss a game against the Patriots for the AFC East champion? I would be living in so much fear, honestly. That has to be.
I actually saw you guys' clip the other day with, I think, was that Adam Schefter on there?
Ian Rappaport.
Or Ian Rappaport, that's right. Yeah, I mean, that was the first time that I actually heard that same information, and I was like, whoa, like, are we serious? Like, so it's kind of random now. Me being vaccinated now, I could get a random test at any time, and I could be feeling fine, get a positive test, and now I'm out for a game. And it's kind of. It is. I don't want to say we're living in fear, but golly, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, it is. Well, I'm not saying like the testing thing and living in fear, that's an entire life motto, but like for me, for instance, I was in the program, for 27 months there, and there was maybe I was in the presence of a room of somebody that was maybe smoking a vitamin or two. Sure. And I maybe thought to myself, oh, okay, I mean, I could just wander around here. And then 2 days later, I get a random test at like 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. And I'm just like, oh, no. Like, is that thing still in me? I'm just waiting to hear the response on whether or not I have something in me. And my body, shout out to my body, had never got one. Never, shout out, dude. Shout out to my metabolism making that happen. But this COVID test, they're saying like, how many people, they're testing a lot of spot testing. Yeah, I don't know how you guys are doing it, but everybody has to deal with it, I guess, right? That's
everybody's got to deal with it. I guess you just got to stay, be smart, outside the facility. It's weird times that we live in right now, for sure.
You got something really cool going on right now back in Astoria, Oregon. Happening today? Is that happening right now?
Yes, happening today, man. Happening today. I got so my dad's actually out there. I'm gonna read it off to you.
Please do.
Real quick. So we got the Jordan Poyer Foundation teamed up with Philly Empty Bellies, DBA Lifeboat, and the Astoria community to provide a holiday to the homeless population in Astoria. The foundation will provide food, haircuts, and 2 hours of free laundry. So it's just trying to get back to my hometown where I grew up. My dad's out there. He's helping out with all the food and all. I'm sure he's having a good time out there with all Coach Rube and everyone. Shout out to you guys out there, everybody helping. But just trying to find ways to get back to my community at home during these times, holiday times, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Hey, Jordan, you can slaughter somebody on the field, which I assume is your biggest high, like on the football field. I'm not sure. Maybe a pick. I'm not 100%.
Probably.
Pick six. Okay, whatever. I don't know what your thing is.
Whatever it is.
Hey, that fulfillment, though, like whenever you get a chance to, isn't that fucking awesome? It's really cool, isn't it? It is actually a cool feeling.
I think it beats anything on the field, man. And that's, another huge reason why I do stuff like this, and also why I continue to speak out about my, recovering alcoholism and trying to be that voice for those people, because it gives me something off the field that I can't get on the field.
It's a purpose, right? Isn't it almost like you feel like a purpose? Yeah, it's cool, man.
So I enjoy it a lot, and like you said, it's a huge purpose for me.
That's the Venmo, I believe, right there. If you want to donate and help out the organization that Jordan Poyer has teamed up with out there in Astoria, Oregon, giving back in this holiday season. Hey, no worries, dude. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it so much. That's awesome.
Hey, no problem, man. And good luck this weekend. Big time game. Don't let Omicron come anywhere near that fucking building up there.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I'll fight it.
All right, that a boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Poyer, we appreciate you.
Guys.
See you, dude. I do appreciate it. He comes on every time, gives us great conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I never really think about the other side of the convo, you know, because every time somebody comes on, I'm always like, just fucking talk to us, dude. You know what I mean?
Come on.
But not, he literally, it feels like for whatever reason, I think he watches some, so he kind of gets it or whatever. Very comfortable. I enjoy that guy a lot.